Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Surprise, I decided to do another video for you guys, and it wasn't all my choice because my guides and the angels are speaking to me and they're telling me that I need to put out another message for you guys for the month of March. There's a lot of energies that are being stirred around, and I think I already touched upon that on my video yesterday because of the eclipses that are coming. And because that we are trying to go within and find our center, find our divine life path, follow the divine plan as opposed to ego, because we've been there, done that, and it isn't fulfilling. It hasn't brought you happiness, regardless of whether you have lots of money, a nice home, have had a relationship for many years, or are trying to find a relationship for for a very long time, and you can't find fulfillment. You can't find happiness. It's because we've become disconnected with the divine, with our angelic guidance, with our guides, with our higher self, which is connected to the divine. So they told me I needed to bring more messages to you guys to try to help you find what you're looking for, to help bring you messages from them so that you know what they expect from you or what you can do in order to solidify that connection to source. So my messages today are coming from the Spirit Messages by John Holland. These are mediumship cards that connect to the other side, to guides, to the divine, in essence. Like they all do, but these cards are very colorful and they're very beautiful. The present energies that are affecting us for the month of March will be the fact that we're not alone. Spirit is right beside us and they're trying to help change things in our lives. So there's a lot of hope for the things that we want, and we need to know this. They have their hand over our hearts. They're trying to guide us. They're trying to heal us. They're trying to make us feel that we are covered in all areas of our lives, that no matter what we choose, no matter what direction we go in, they're with us. They're bringing us hope. There's that little candle, there's that little flicker of light that is always present. We're never ever alone. They always help us with our decisions. Sometimes there's a little ego in there and we go in another direction, but eventually we backtrack. Eventually we realize, because they're always there whispering in our ears, telling us that they love us, that they're with us. Regardless, there's always a lesson to be learned, no matter what we do. We are here for you. We never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. So there's a strong message here from them. And they have been giving me messages for days that they want you to know that you're not alone, that they're there, they're trying to help you, and you need to strengthen your connection to them so that you can listen, so that you can feel the guidance. If you can't hear them, you can sense it, you can feel it in your heart, that they're talking to you in dreams, or talking to you through billboards, commercials, movies, songs. They're trying to bring messages to you, and you need to connect to that. You need to listen. You need to pay attention so that these subtle little signs that they send don't go by us without noticing them. Because after a while, they don't give you the signs anymore. You have to ask. You have to almost beg for them to please help me. And then they start the signs up again. And therefore, if you're not paying attention or train yourself to listen to these signs or the symbols or the messages that come to you, you'll miss them. You'll continue to miss them. And they get frustrated too, even though they'll never leave us. They unconditional love, but they can still become frustrated if you constantly miss what they're trying to tell you. And they'll bring the message in many ways, even through others that will speak the stuff to you, but you need to pay attention. The past influences, or why you're being talked to by them at this point, why they're trying to push you so hard, it's because they want you to find your center. They want you to find your true essence, your divine plan, your divine path, what makes you you, what makes you sing, what makes you happy. They want you to try to find that. And that's the energies that are in the past that they're trying to bring back into your focus, bring back into your attention, because you've become disconnected from source. See, this card here has a lot of purple, so it's the connection to the divine, the crown chakra, your third eye. This is what you need to strengthen in order to listen to the messages that are coming. Now here comes the grounding part. Finding your center. Your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? It's all about finding your true purpose. It's time. The time has come for you to go within, to become the hermit. Go off by yourself and try to lay down for a little while under the sun, in the park, somewhere, in your room, quietly. Maybe some meditation music in the background, very softly though, so that it doesn't distract you, so that you can relax. By relaxing is when they can actually connect with you and give you messages. Something will pop in your head, an idea, a feeling. Oh, I need to stretch. I need to go for walks in the morning. I need to meditate more. I need to go to the park and just stand there and pretend I'm a tree. And you might think that's funny, but that's how you ground yourself into the earth. We are disconnected from the energy that comes from the earth and from the divine. Because once you ground into Mother Earth, you feel grounded like a tree, you'll hook up. It's like a lightning rod. You need to ground in order to get that divine intervention that keeps coming down at us. If we're not grounded, it just bounces off. It goes somewhere else. So you need to understand that you need to ground so that you can find your center. Okay? We've become ungrounded somehow. The energies that are coming in for us in the future, if we start to follow the guidance, is hope. Your loved ones in the spirit will know when to reach out if they see you're at a low point. Whether you're caught up in a difficult situation or struggling with someone specific in your life, there is always hope. So we will achieve a little bit more hope. We'll see some flicker of light. Here's that candle again, a flicker of little light at the end of the tunnel, that we're going in the right direction, that we're connecting a little bit more with the divine. Here again is the purple, that third eye opening, the connection to the divine, to the crown chakra, strengthening a little bit more. We're starting to follow a little bit more of our guidance from them, from our guides, from our angels, the divine source. It's just, there's so much help for us. We're never truly alone. We're surrounded by people. Sometimes I wake up and when I'm dreaming in the ether, when I'm in the astrals, okay, then I'm doing spiritual work, and there isn't a spot around us that isn't filled with a spirit. Spiritual energy, a spirit of someone that was here before. It's completely filled. We just don't see them, but they're around us all the time, and they're trying to help us. Some of it is negative energy, some of it is positive. We need to learn to ground ourselves. We need to learn to protect ourselves and shield our energy, our aura, so that we can move forward without a lot of those energies constantly bombarding us. Plus the people that we see in the physical all the time. They're constantly bombarding us with their thoughts, their energies. If you're sensitive like I am, you are like a sponge. They will dump all that crap on you, and then you'll continue your day with feeling down, sorry, drained, because they pulled out your positive energy. Oh, I love you. They hug you, they kiss you, whatever it is, and they drain you. Because you need to protect yourself. You need to envision yourself in a bubble of light every morning. Get up. Envision the divine dumping a bucket of white light on you, or the rainbow, every color. And it just comes down, and it creates this little bubble, a shield. And try thinking of that 12 hours, every 12 hours. Strengthen your shield. And think of the angels every morning. Turn to the east and talk to your guides. Talk to Michael. Have him give you a big bubble of protection. His shield to cover you, to bounce those energies off. Protected by his shield, by his armor. It's a good thing to do. But there is hope for us, okay? It also brings in a lot of strength. We'll feel strong, like we're on the right path. Strength comes from many sources. Staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, and soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You're never really alone, as we're always with you. Always. Never alone, like I said. We just don't see them. But if you could, you'd freak out. I know I have. It's like, oh my God. Ugh. So a lot of strength is what you will achieve by knowing that there's hope, that they're with you. These are the things that you need to strengthen to your own resolve, that there's hope for what you're doing. There is hope where you're going. And it will bring in a lot of strength, okay? This is what's coming in the future. If you help ground yourself, if you believe that you're not alone, that everything is, there's a plan, there's a divine plan, and everything is working in divine order. Regardless, it's all working in divine order. You're here because you need to learn a lesson. Once you learn that lesson, you move forward to another place. Then you'll be there until you learn that lesson. Then you move forward to another place. All of that action, sometimes negative, sometimes positive. It's a balance. It helps balance your spiritual body, and it helps move you forward, evolve you more. We become more enlightened. And all of it is a path towards the divine. No matter what God you believe in or how you believe in. Even if you don't believe in a God, there's a source. There's a divine source. We're spirit in a body. So that's where we all come from. I don't care what color you are, how tall or short you are. We're all from the same place. We all have that spirit that lives in us. It's a spark of light. It's an energy. And when we pass away, it goes back to the main source until we decide to incarnate again. Some of us don't. We become guides for others for a while. Some of us go into a place where we heal. And then we try it again. Because we must. Reasons why this is all happening. Why we're going through all of this energies and up and down and grounding and ungrounding. And why they wanted to talk to us today. Why they're giving you this message. Is because there's new beginnings that are on the horizon for all of us. There's something new that's beginning. There's an ending of the old ways, the ending of the old thoughts, patterns. There's an ending of negative patterns, habitual ways of being, addictions to certain things that you know are not positive for your life, for your soul, for your body, for your vessel, mind, body, and soul. These negative thought patterns and habitual ways of being, sexual desires, or you don't respect yourself, all these things are about to change for some of us. I mean, some of us still have that lesson to learn. We're not evolved yet to the point where we realize the things that are disconnecting us from the divine because it's ego. Okay, eventually we do learn that. We get away from that a little bit and we start to focus on our spiritual self. But there are new beginnings that are coming, one way or the other. You're going to release some of that so that the new comes in a good way, okay? Everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving, and therefore continuously changing and evolving. Be aware that a new beginning is on the horizon. Have courage and faith, because right now life is turning to nudge you forward and moving you in a new direction. This is what I was talking about yesterday. It's what they've been telling me for days, and it's unbelievable how out of a big deck this thick, I can pull the same cards out and still the same message is coming through, so that you guys know that there is new beginnings. There's a change of the old self to the new self. These eclipses will help bring that energy in, and there's other planets that are moving as well. Venus is moving, Mercury, Mars, I don't know how, I haven't looked into that recently, but I know that there's other planets that are moving into positions that will help us move forward. We're in Pisces now, so again, it's the most spiritual sign. Very deep, deep, deep with emotion, deep in the psyche. It's the house of undoing. It's the 12th house. It's the end of the zodiac wheel. So once you reach that point, you're very spiritually evolved. But this is the house where you can betray yourself. The house of secrets that come out that sometimes may hurt you. If you have secrets, some of them might come out in order to heal you. There's some things in the past that need to come out in order to be resolved, to be healed. Be very careful around this time as well, because you'll be dealing with darkness that has to surface in order to change your ways, okay? Be courageous. You have it here. Strength. Be courageous. Ground yourself. Work on your root chakra, your solar plexus. Well, actually, this one's the yellow one. This is the solar plexus. They're telling us that we need to balance our chakras. We need to ground ourselves. But these new beginnings are coming. And the more we strengthen our chakras, ground ourselves, and be ready, center ourselves, the easier the changes will be. Okay? So this is the reasons why all these things are happening, because the changes that are coming, you need to be prepared for them. And the potential, if all goes as planned. And they just kept giving me more messages. You will finally feel more grounded in life. Messages will come through that will enlighten you, that will help you. Communication will become clearer. You'll be able to communicate better with your loved ones, with friends, with co-workers. It'll all help you. It'll help your heart chakra, by the way, because here's the green, the color that was missing. The grounding will occur. That will be very beneficial. Now, I know it'll make you feel vulnerable. All of these changes. You'll feel alone, very vulnerable, but you won't be, because you're working on your heart chakra, and the spirits are all around you, your guides, your angels that will support you through these changes so that you don't feel so alone. Let me read the cards as I go along, because I'll just channel and I won't read. I want to read what the card has to say to you. Being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are all signs that you're ungrounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow Spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect to the divine source. This is what we're working on. But if we follow all of the things that they've been telling us so far, we will become grounded. We won't feel so disconnected and so in the air, so up, feeling crazy or anxious, which is, being on crazy train. I've heard some people say, you don't want to be on crazy train, you want to be on grounded train, standing next to the train, seeing it go by, and you're not on it. That's where we need to be. We need to ground so that we can see our true path, so we can see who truly loves us on our path and who doesn't. What is just egotistical and what isn't? What is worried about money and your status and hiding who you truly are is not a good thing. Vulnerability. This is a confirmation that you're seeking to tread into unknown, unfamiliar territory where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. It isn't. It's just saying that you're finally facing your fears. You're finally going in the path of the divine plan. And you feel a little scared because you've never been there before. You've always been working with the other side, the ego side. But this vulnerability feeling is telling you that you're going in the right direction. Don't be afraid. Keep going because the guides are right there. There's hope and they're going to give you strength. All right, in order to continue this new beginning, this new path that you're thinking of. They're trying to subtly tell you things. You need to listen. You also need to reach out perhaps to others that, let's see, you want to go in a particular path and you know that Susie knows a little bit about that or knows more about it than you do. So you want to reach out to Susie and talk to her and say, hey, Susie, I'm thinking about doing this particular thing. What do you think? What are the main points I need to know? What are the highlights about this path? What can it do for me? What do I need to do in order to achieve it? Is it even feasible for me to follow this path? And talk to people. Communication is very important. Okay, you can't discount someone because you feel, no, they're not going to listen, they're not going to care. If that person is there at this very moment in your life in order to help guide you, they will talk to you even if they've never talked to you ever before. Or you've never even thought about talking to this person. That person could have been there like a statue waiting for you to come to them on that particular moment, that particular day, and say, hey, is this a good path for me to take? And that person, even though he's never talked to you or she has never said a word to you or looked at you, will look at you that day and talk to you, because that is what they're there for. So you never know who is there to assist you in the physical. You always have people assisting you, or souls assisting you in the spiritual. It's that assistance that they bring you that will help guide you to the one person that you've never talked to the one path that you've never gone down, because that's where you need to be. You need to follow that guidance. We know you're reaching out right now for help due to a current situation, that is the new beginnings that are coming around, the changes that are happening, and you need to know which way to go. You need additional guidance because you don't trust your own gut feeling. You don't trust your own intuition, not yet. You need to strengthen that. Support is as much about the physical act of accepting help when offered as it is about the emotional benefits and learning that it's truly okay to accept support however it's presented to you. If someone says, hey, sure, call me, come by, go ahead and do it, because they may have a little piece of information that you're not privy to that will help you decide, oh, okay, this is definitely not for me. And that's where you turn in another direction. That's where you go after that other thought that you had until you find the right one. It's like a beacon. You need to listen to the signal. You know, one will ring true more than the other. And by asking questions, communicating clearly, accepting help when it's offered, if somebody says, hey, come here, let me help you with something, go over there, because through conversation you might hear something that answers one of your questions. One of your manifestation questions, which you're trying to manifest something and you think, oh, I want this and that. Or I want to go in this direction and that direction. Well, somebody will say, well, hey, I know somebody that does this and that, and you're thinking, oh shit, that's exactly what I need. Okay, you want to go in that direction. Or they're going to say, oh my God, you know what happened to Johnny? And then they'll say something and you'll think, oh, that's the direction I wanted to go in. Perhaps that's not such a great idea. Pay attention, because the messages will be subtle and they'll come really quickly. And if you're not listening, or your mind is over here on, where am I going to go out to dinner? What am I buying for dinner? While this other person is giving you the message from the angel, you missed it. Just like that, you can miss something that's very important. So ground, so that you pay attention to what's in front of you at the moment, and your mind is not over here wandering about something else. It'll wander later when you're off work or when you're by yourself. Oh, what am I going to have for dinner? Okay, this. But while someone else is communicating with you, please pay attention. For some of you, your animals are going to become very important. Either you will achieve getting a new animal sometime this month. An animal might pass away this month that you love dearly. Or by being around animals, go to the animal shelter, pet a few dogs, look at a few cats. Just look around, because their energy might help enlighten you as to what you need to do. Some of you might need to work more with animals. Spend time at animal shelters. Dedicate some food or blankets or what have you, because animals are calling out to some of you. Some of you need to have animals in order to express love, unconditional love. That's what they teach us. Maybe we've become so disconnected with that energy that by being around pets or being around animals, it'll help raise your vibration. For some of you, you need to be around pets in order to keep your vibration up, or in order to help them. It's your life path, and it's why they've sent the message that I need to tell you. Some of you don't want to go in that direction, or you're already doing it, but not to a level where you need to do more. They're asking for more, because it's your life path. So you need to realize who I'm talking to at the moment and get moving, because you're wondering, what is my life path? Well, it is to work with animals. It is to heal the animals. It is to talk to the animals. It is to listen to them so that they can relay messages to you to give to their owners, or to connect them with the right person. There's so many things that we can do on a spiritual level, and we just don't do it because we're busy in our everyday lives. Animals of all types are extraordinary creatures and miraculous gifts to each of us. We need to see them for what they are. They're gifts from the divine. Their love is unconditional. And we need to all work on that. Every one of us needs to work on unconditional love because we don't know how to do it. We're disconnected from source when we're in a body. And it's what we mostly yearn for, unconditional love. We think it comes from another soul. It doesn't. It comes from the divine. It comes from within us. It's our own divine right to have unconditional love and to give it every single day, and we don't do it because we're so disconnected from it. But we're all part of the divine, so therefore we have that in us, and we're always yearning for it because it's that disconnection from the divine source. When we're in a body, we're disconnected in a way. Not completely, because we're always being guided, but we feel like we are because we're in a body. We're in this dense material, which gives us the illusion that we're disconnected from the divine, but we're not truly. They've been our spiritual companions since the dawn of time. At this moment, they have lessons to share with you that will open your heart and soul. So for some of you, get out there and pet your animal. Show them unconditional love because they're asking for it. For some of you, you will have a new animal that comes into your life. For others, you do well to go work in an animal shelter or work in a veterinary office or get out in nature and look at the animals. The way they fly, the way they run, the way they sound. Get out there and mingle with them. I love animals, by the way. Potential, if all goes as planned. Your compass will teach you. It'll start shining a big, bright light in the direction that you need to go in so that you're happier in your life and you're going to start trusting. Trust in the divine. Trust in the path that they're showing you that you need to take because it will make you happy in the end. It may not make you a millionaire, but we're not all here to be millionaires. We're not learning that lesson. We're not all learning that lesson. But it'll give you enough to sustain yourself. You'll be happy. You'll raise your vibrations. Your heart chakra will be really happy. Trust. While your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, which is what I have been saying, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow your alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities or so much more. Your heart is calling to open up and guide you. Allow it to do so. It's the divine path. It's what you're being asked to do. Because eventually it's going to happen. And the more you allow it, the more you let go and let God, the quicker and easier it will become for you to follow your life path. Your true purpose. And you'll be happy. Why wouldn't you want to do that? All right, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. I surely have enjoyed connecting and giving it to you, as their energies have been very soft in giving me these messages for you today. It's working on all of the chakras, pretty much. So guys, get outdoors. Try grounding a little bit. Try getting that message from the divine that they're trying to give you. Because it's coming and the energies are there in place already to move everything around for you in order for these new things to begin in your life. Know that I love you and the messages come from my heart all the way to your hearts. Every single time I read for you. I do love you. Bye for now. If you guys would like a private reading from your own guides, from your own angels, or from people that have passed away, hook up with me. Check out my address below or send me an email to my email address that should be up here somewhere. And know that I love you. Have a wonderful month of March and be prepared for the changes that are coming. The best way you can do that is to ground yourself and strengthen all of your chakras. Envision every color of the rainbow. Get that download every morning. The bucket of light and the bucket of all the colors of the rainbow, and that is how you strengthen your chakras as well. So get going, guys. Bye for now.